You may have seen on YouTube, if you've typed in lucid dreaming binaural beats, okay, one of the suggestions, and so by the way, on YouTube, when you type something in, when you see the things drop down underneath it, that's suggestions, which means that's what people are searching for. Lots of people are searching for those things, right? And one of the ones that I saw when I was just doing some research is lucid dreaming binaural beats without headphones. And I just wanted to make this video because I feel like people need to understand how these things work, okay? And it was one of those things that sort of worried me a little bit because in a nutshell, you can't really listen to binaural beats without headphones. But a lot of people are searching for that, and hopefully if you're seeing this video, then you were one of those people. And I can just explain, why you can't listen to binaural beats without headphones. So the way it works with binaural beats is that it's called brainwave entrainment, and it's a way of listening to soundtracks or audio that will sort of guide your brain. If you imagine your brain is like a tuning fork and it's resonating at a certain frequency, it's vibrating at a certain level. Binaural beats are a way to change that frequency. So you can go from, say, if you're in one state, which is being awake, for example, you can change the frequency down to something like being more relaxed, being more in a more meditative state. And you can go down to the lucid dreaming state as well, or go up to whichever way you want to think about it. So it works like that, it's a tuning fork, and by listening to the binaural beats, you can slowly change your brainwave state. The way it really works, okay, is that you, through stereo headphones, okay, not just normal headphones or, a speaker, through stereo headphones, you play the binaural beats track, and what actually happens is in one ear, say your right ear, for example, you hear a certain frequency, and then in the other ear, you hear a different frequency. They're not the same. I know they sound the same because they're very similar, but they're not the same. And this is why it's absolutely essential to use headphones, especially stereo headphones, for binaural beats. Otherwise, they just won't work. Especially if you've paid for these things, you need to use headphones. Otherwise, they won't do anything. So going back to the example, say if in the right ear you're listening to a frequency of 160 hertz, right? And then in the left ear, you're listening to a frequency of 168 hertz, okay? The difference between the two, in this case 8 hertz, is the frequency of the binaural beat that you'll perceive in your brain. So that's how it works, But in order to get that effect, in order to hear the 8 hertz and not just hear a load of awful noise, you need to have stereo headphones, meaning that in one ear, the sound you hear is different to the sound you hear in the other ear. So long story short, you can't do it without stereo headphones. Now, this is where it gets slightly confusing because there is a type of brainwave entrainment which doesn't need stereo headphones, and they are called isochronic tones. Iso meaning, I think, one. So they work without headphones because they're just sort of like a resonating frequency that goes on and off very quickly, instead of a constant sound played in each ear, but a different frequency, if that makes sense. So isochronic tones, you don't need headphones for. Binaural beats, you do need headphones for, and they have to be stereo headphones, and ideally they have to be good as well. You want the sound quality to be high, you want the bass to be high, and ideally you want them to block out like the background noise from everything else, okay? So yeah, any stereo headphones with an in-ear sort of noise reduction capacity, they'll be great. Isochronic tones is slightly less strict because you can use a pillow speaker or even your phone for those. So I hope that's cleared things up. I just wanted to make this video because a lot of guys were like searching how to use binaural beats for lucid dreaming without headphones. So I thought maybe there's some confusion. Maybe people didn't realise how they worked or how to use them. But yeah, that's what this video is about. So hopefully that's helped. If this has helped, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.